morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, July 1st. It's the beginning of the 4th of July celebration. So glad to have you here. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to help you be the best version of yourself. We do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. We are so confident that we can make you a successful trader that we have a guarantee, and that guarantee is that once you have been trained, we will let you trade company funds and split what you make. So it's a terrific program. Glad you're here. In this trade, we have a variety of different signals that come off of the indicators. The one we show lights is a very simple signal. The signal that I will be using today is something called the 10-point trade. And then toward the top of the hour, we will use something called the thick orange line trade. So with that, before we get going, and I apologize here, I didn't open this up before we got going, but we need to listen to this guy. So let's do that.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. So with that, let me, you know what? I apologize. I had to reboot the camera wasn't working, so I had to reboot the machine. And then everything I had set up went away. So we're going to just jump into it. I work off of a checklist every day to make sure I'm not missing anything. First step is to check that the green chart and CoinEx are live. We are going to be using the web-based green chart today. So since it's web-based, we know it's live. And then we are also with the CoinEx. This is a demo account. I see there's price moving over here, so I know we are good there. Oh, come on here. Review of yesterday. Let's do that. Let's go back to the beginning of the week. On Sunday, Monday night, we took a trade that went well. Tuesday morning, we took two thick orange line trades. One hit and one we got stopped out on. I don't want to spend time today. I want to see if we can get a trade. Actually, I didn't go back and look, so I didn't even follow my rule. But at the end of every day, it's good to go back and take a look and see why that trade didn't go. On these thick orange line trades, that trade is good 9 out of 10 times. So technically, I should have gone back and taken a look, but I didn't. So an area for improvement for me. Let's see, where are we at? We are technical traders, so we want to make sure we know what the news is. News will impact currency. So with that, let's go back and we do that by going to Forex Factory. Forex Factory gives us an overview of today's news, and the next news coming up, it breaks it down into 3 groups. We are concerned about the red groups. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, red is high impact. And today at 10 a.m., we've got some high impact news, some manufacturing news that'll affect the dollar. So if we take a dollar trade today, we want to be out of it by about 8 o'clock. So we'll have that as a consideration as to whether whatever we're looking at will allow us to get out of it by 8 a.m. I like to be out of the trade 2 hours before the news item. So now let's get into our technical analysis. So let's go back to the main chart. So I've got this set up as I call it a composite chart. It looks at 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour chart. So I start with the middle chart, the majors and minors, and I'm looking for situations where we are overbought. That means we're above the blue line, or oversold below the red line. On the Australian US dollar, we are going through the channel, so we are not overbought or oversold. And then I am just going to keep going through each pair till I see a situation where it meets my criteria. So here on the euro dollar, we are overbought, but the lines are still going up. I am looking for a situation where we are overbought and the lines are pointing down. So we don't have that here, so I'm going to keep going. Pound dollar, oversold. Minors are going up. The black and the gray lines are going up. The majors, the red and the green, are still going down. I want everybody going up. When everybody's going up, when they have congruence, when they're doing the same thing, it increases my chance of making a good trade. US Canadian dollar, we are approaching overbought. It was oversold. It started to come down and then turned. So nothing here. Dollar Swiss franc, we're in the middle of the channel, so we're going to pass. US dollar yen, we are overbought, and the majors are starting to turn, and the minors are starting to turn, but this is more sideways to me. I really want the lines pointing down. Technically, they have turned, and technically, we have a double cross. What I mean by a double cross is the red line has crossed over the green line, and the black line has crossed over the gray line, but these are more sideways, so I'm not ready to take a trade here. So let's go to the next 6. These are primarily non-US pairs. Euro pound, we are overbought. Minors are starting to turn, majors are still going up. Pound or Australian dollar yen, overbought, not ready yet. Euro Canadian dollar, overbought, still going up. Australian New Zealand dollar, overbought, still going up. Pound yen overbought. We are starting to turn there. The majors are starting to come back and the minors are starting to come back. But they're really going sideways, not down enough. I want them all pointing down. So for example, had you caught the double cross over here on the Australian New Zealand dollar, we had a big run here. Let's see if we can catch that. So if you caught it when it crossed here, this was worth what is that? That doesn't make sense to me. This should be more than 6 pips. Sorry, gang. I'm still trying to figure out how to use things here. Let's keep going. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought. Majors are starting to turn. The minors are still going up. So we've looked through 12 pairs. Nothing. Let's go to the next pair. Canadian yen overbought, not coming down yet. Euro, New Zealand dollar overbought. Minors are starting to turn. The majors aren't there yet. Pound New Zealand dollar oversold. Minors are turning. Majors aren't there yet. So you can see, you can look at quite a few pairs when you have a signal and see if it's either there or it's not. New Zealand dollar, yen, overbought. Majors still going up. Gold in the dollar. We just entered the oversold area and they're still going down. Bitcoin in the dollar. Minors are going up, majors are going down, and the minors are more than halfway through the channel. So we are going to we're going to leave that. We got one more pair here. Let's see. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We are overbought. Lines are pointing down. In fact, the minors have already gone all the way to the other side of the channel. The majors are about quarter to halfway there. I will consider a trade when, so long as they haven't gotten halfway. My goal is to try to get the run all the way through the channel. So I've got 3 points here. The 3 points are the lines are pointing down. That's 1 point. That we're overbought. That's 2 points. And then I've got a double cross. So the red lines come over the green and the black lines come over the gray. So 3 points here. So now I'm going to go up to my TNTs. I want to look at how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing in the majors and minors. So the 2 orange lines are directional. So they're both going down, telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. Dotted blue is going up. So when blue is going up, that means sell. So 3 of the 4 of the TNTs are telling me sell. So I like that. I need to have a minimum of 3 out of 4 to do this. So I've got 3 points here, 3 points here. I need to get at least 7 points. So I need 1 point here. And I have down pressure. It's weak down pressure, but it is down pressure. The lines are pointing down. What makes it weak down pressure is that the lines are separated. The pressure is stronger the closer the lines are. So I've got weak down pressure. So I've got 7 points here. When I have 7 points, what I'm going to then do is I'm going to go and take a look at a clean chart. So we've got the AUD CAD. So going back to my my little oh, come on here. Going back to my checklist, I want to know where the support and resistance is, what the trend is, what the channels are. So let's do that. So I'm going to take a clean chart and I am going to AUD, it was AUD CAD. I am going to take a clean chart and I want to go back. I don't know how far this goes back, but let's go back a bit and drop some support and resistance in here. So we're back to April. Well, that's not very far. So, no, is it? We're in July, April, May, June. All right, so we've got about 90 days worth of data. So I am going to put some support and resistance on here. Horizontal line. So now what happened here? Oh, here we go. I am going to I want to catch spots where it seems to be bouncing. And oh, I have to, let's try it again. And I apologize because oops, hold on. I want horizontal line. So let's, so it bounces right in here, right in here, right in here. I want to get a couple above. Or it doesn't remember what you had. You gotta keep clicking it each time. I don't like that. Let's see. So we grab it and let's move him. So right in here it bounces, and here it bounces, here it bounces, and let's see. Let's get one below. All right, now, so we've got some support and resistance. So these are natural spots where the candles seem to stop. That's going to become my trading range, depending on where the current price is. Now, the other thing I want to know is what has the trend been? And the trend for the last week, let's see, trend line. Well, we could even go back to the 15th. Excuse me, I'm just writing notes because like when I draw my trend lines, I'd like to do them differently. And I don't know how to make it do it on this one. Normally on my live chart on the computer based one, it does them a little differently. So I'm just trying to see like it will do it'll do a range. So I don't know how to do that. But anyways, we can see that it is a downtrend, and it'll depend on where you measure it from. I could measure it from here to here or from here to here. But we're trading into a downtrend. So with that, and the reason I want to know the trend is, let's see here, I'm going to expand this back, so now we're just seeing the last few days, is that I don't want to trade against the trend. So if I see a signal that's down, or see a signal that's a buy signal, but it's a downtrend, I'm going to take less pips than I would if I am trading with the trend. So let's open this back up. Let's see if we can expand this. And I don't know how to recenter the lines or recenter the candles. Maybe grab this and I'll pull it up. There we go. All right. So right now we are right on the support line. So we've got nothing down. If we were to go up, oops. So if we were to go, all right, so here we are. I am sorry. This is, you know what? Rather than fool around with this, what we're going to do is we're going to use this since we don't have much time. So that was AUD Canadian. Let me see if I've used that. AUD Canadian, no. So let's go here. And I'm going to just change this to AUD Canadian. All right, sorry to redo this, but we're going to just redraw the support and resistance. One, two, three, four. And again, we see it's a slight downtrend, and it'll depend on where you measure from. If you go back to here, it's a steep downtrend. If we go back 2 weeks, it's not as steep a downtrend. So we're trading into a downtrend. Let's open it back up. Open it back up, and we are sitting right on, or we've actually kind of just broken the resistance. But the candle hasn't closed yet. So in terms of measuring, let me see what kind of trade are we looking at here. Looking at a sell trade. I don't want to take a sell trade now. Here, I do have support for it. While we've been talking, this has come down a little bit more, and we still so everything is looking good. On the 2-hour chart, my majors and minors are going down. On the 4-hour chart, my majors and minors are going down. So the 2-hour and 4-hour are giving me support. I've got down pressure. The issue is we're right on this resistance line. And I wanted to it needs to break this resistance line. I don't want to take a trade while it's sitting on the resistance line, because the likelihood is it's going to stop here. So even though I'm seeing down, 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 and down pressure, this resistance line is going to keep it in check. If it were in the middle and we had to go down to this resistance line, then we could take that many. But since we're sitting on the resistance line, I don't want to take a trade while we're sitting on the resistance line, because it needs to break it. So if it closes on the other side of the resistance line and we still have this, then I would consider the trade. But since we're coming up to the top of the hour, in fact, we only have 4 minutes left, I don't want to take it. So since we do have 4 minutes left, let's see if we can find a thick orange line trade. Thick orange line trade is a trade where we'll do it back on the other chart. How about that? So that we're all looking at the same thing. I am looking for the thick orange number. I want it to be 0 or 10. It's this number right over here. So 3 isn't 0 or 10. I've got a 9.2. It doesn't have to be exactly 10. It can be within 1. So 9.2 is within 1 of 10. So I've got condition 1. If I have condition 1, I want all 4 lines on the pressure to confirm that this number, or let me step back. I'm rushing here a little bit too much. What this number is telling me is that it's a scale for what the thick orange line is doing. So when it's at 10, it's maxed out. It's telling us that we do not believe there's any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, then that's a good time to sell. But to have that high accuracy rate, we want to see, we want some confirmation of this. And the confirmation is going to be what the majors and minors are doing. And I want the major and minor lines well above the overbought line, and they are. So with this, let's go ahead and take a sell, a 5 pip sell. This trade is always good for 5 pips on this. I'm going to bring my MetaTrader 4 up. I am going to open up Euro USD. I already have that open. If I didn't, I would go to File, New Chart, and find it. And he's right there. Usually right on the first one. Then go to New Order. It's on the second line here. My volume is going to be, I'm going to take a look at what I have in my account. I've got $11,000 in this demo account. So I'm going to move the decimal place over 4. When I move the decimal place over 4, that comes out to 1.1, and it's going to be a market sell. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss and the take profit yet. So market sell. Once I have the market sell in there, I like to put my stop loss and take profit in by clicking anywhere along the record of the trade, then go to modify, and then just put it in. And if I put in 50 here, 50 points equals 5 pips, and click the blue button, it does the math for me. And then we use a 4-to-1 stop on this because it is accurate 90% of the time. Click the red button, and I like to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I'm just going to look at the price I got in at. 1864 is where I got in at. I want to go to 1859.3. So the take profit is 1859.3. Stop loss is 18,585. Then I click, and it is recorded. Now, some traders on this trade, let us go back. Some traders on this trade like to where is it? Like to wait till the hour changes, and they want to see this number jump by 1. So we're at 9.3, and in 6 seconds it's going to change. Let's see what happens. And it changed by almost 1.9. So this trade should close before we get to that 10 a.m. news item for 5 pips. So this morning, what we did is we took we looked for a thick orange. Excuse me, we looked for a 10-point trade, and we did that. We started with the majors and minors, and we were looking for a situation where we got all the majors and the minors either overbought, oversold, and moving in one direction. We found it with the AUD CAD, and there was some agreement. The TNTs agreed, and the pressure agreed, but we ended up not taking the trade. And then we also saw agreement in the 2-hour and 4-hour chart, but we ended up not taking the trade because it was sitting on the resistance line. In fact, let us just take a look and see. And you see it didn't break the resistance. It pulled back up off the resistance. So that was good that we didn't take it. Let's see if there's any questions. No questions. Have a good 4th of July weekend. We will not be doing a trade Monday night because it's the 5th and we'll be celebrating the 4th. Be careful with the fireworks. I guess there's been a lot of a big increase in accidents since last year. They didn't do many fireworks. So be careful, be safe. We're here to help. Usually on a day before a holiday like the 4th of July, like this, a lot of traders in the U.S. are blowing out. They won't be working tomorrow, so the volume is going to be slow. So I would trade on a demo account. I wouldn't be doing when the volume's slow, the indicators aren't as good, and tomorrow's going to be a slow day, and Monday, even though it's a holiday here, it's going to be a slow day. So I would wait till do whatever trading you're going to do today, and then tomorrow hold off tomorrow and Monday. Okay, gang, thanks so much. We will see you Tuesday morning. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Oh, we got a couple questions. Let's see real quick. Okay. Is this recorded? Yes, it is. If you go to the YouTube site, it'll be up and just as soon as we get off. All right, gang. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.